there's this feeling, I don't know if it's considered energy, whatever it is, there's this feeling that, I don't know what to call it. When you're healing, when there's just this feeling like, you've seen the best. You've seen the best of what there is to have. And it's not, oh, that's going to turn long. It's not in terms of, I guess, creation. It's not in terms of like things you've achieved, successes. It's not that at all. I think it's that feeling of missing childhood or, home, that overwhelming nostalgia for something that you didn't even notice that you had when you were in it and it was happening, and you can only really recall the way it feels, but the way it feels it is imagined anyway. We had problems, you know what people say, we had problems then too, it was just without indoor plumbing, yeah, that concept. But like that overwhelming feeling, it's like so that's pretty much it. You already know because you already know. It's the best, like we tell children, this is the best time of your life. I mean, it is, when you can, and it will be, regardless as you age, it will be. But it's this really overwhelming feeling right now that I keep getting stuck on, of like, you can find yourself in that moment of gratitude, and you're so thankful and like, oh, this is so great, and I'm so thankful that I'm, to this point. And then there's that overwhelming sadness that comes waving in like a freaking tsunami right after that, that's like, but this is the best it's ever gonna be. And because there's just humans out here, that's not meant to be funny. There's just humans, and they can be so great. We can be so great. And we can be so awful. And you gotta choose which one. You gotta choose which one you're gonna focus on. But it's overwhelming. That feeling of this is as good as it's ever gonna get. It's already been as good as it's ever gonna get. And there's no way out. It doesn't matter which way you go. You're not getting out. But, and then the thought that for people who they really don't get it. They really don't. You really don't get it. If you don't get it without some big, long, drawn out explanation, you don't get it. And they go out into this world and just no brain their whole way through it. They just whole brain, like no brain the whole way through it. Like, they don't pause, they don't think, they don't discuss. It's just, and it makes the entire experience like, you know what hell is, because hell is here on earth. Little girl just hit her head, I guess, off the car door. That's sad. And her, I guess, dad just noticed. She's been crying for, I don't know, what are we at, 37 seconds, 3 minutes? Probably at about 30 seconds. Like, I don't know. I guess you wouldn't notice it that fast, but it feels longer right now. Poor baby. Aww. Yeah. That's what it is. That's that overwhelming energy right now to me, is like, it's peaked. It's been as good as it's ever gonna get, and it's always gonna be as worse as it can possibly be. And it just leaves you in this, that overwhelming kind of hopeless feeling. Yeah, because, I mean, it can't get better. So, whatever, I don't know. That's all.